Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are taking 10 absolutely crucial seating and calmness tips and transforming them into your ultimate exam survival protocol. Think about it. We spend countless hours cramming facts and formulas into our brains, but we totally neglect the physical vessel that actually has to deliver all that information under pressure. Well, today, we are fixing that. So, why do you suddenly feel completely exhausted halfway through a 3-hour exam? You definitely know the feeling. The brain fog rolls in, your eyes glaze over, and your focus just shatters completely. We usually blame it on the tough questions or, a lack of sleep. But the real truth? Your body is essentially running a biomedical marathon while you're sitting perfectly still. To conquer this physical marathon, we are going to break our protocol into 4 distinct phases. Phase 1 is setting up your station. 2 is posture and physical foundation. 3 covers protecting focus and energy, and Phase 4 is all about overcoming sudden exam stress. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, setting up your station. The absolutely crucial point to remember here is that your preparation starts before you even look at the very first question on the page. Think of this exactly like a pre-flight check for a space mission. Exam halls are notorious for having wildly unpredictable temperatures, right? They are either freezing cold or just stiflingly warm. By wearing loose, breathable cotton layers, you completely avoid major physical distractions over that 3-hour stretch. Next, before that timer even starts, adjust your chair so your feet are flat and your knees are at a 90-degree angle to drastically reduce fatigue. And finally, get your screen or your paper right at a natural eye level. This prevents the horrible neck strain and tension headaches that will totally destroy your concentration later on. You are basically establishing the perfect physical baseline. Moving right along to Section 2, posture and physical foundation. Let's see how that initial setup builds into optimizing your physical stance. Now, the biological reality here is super fascinating. Maintaining a straight, upright spine against the backrest isn't just about looking alert or having good posture, it is pure biology. When you slouch forward and hunch over your desk, you are actively compressing your diaphragm. This literally reduces your oxygen intake. And what happens when your brain gets less oxygen? It triggers drowsiness right in the middle of your exam. Keeping that spine upright ensures your brain gets the full, unrestricted oxygen flow it desperately needs to actually perform. Down at the floor level, the protocol is incredibly simple but literally foundational. You absolutely must keep your feet flat, shoulder-width apart, to maintain a stable, grounded position. And this highlights exactly why crossing your legs, which is a habit so many of us have, is a massive mistake during a test. When you cross your legs for a long time, it heavily restricts circulation. That's what causes that terrible pins and needles feeling. But even worse, it actually disrupts the steady flow of blood to your brain. You are effectively starving your brain of the exact fuel it needs to recall all the information you studied so hard for. Okay, into Section 3, protecting focus and energy. As we hit the middle of the exam, it becomes all about in-flight maintenance and sustaining your mental energy for the long haul. To prevent visual fatigue and keep your mind completely sharp, you just need to remember one critical number: 20. This is the 20-20-20 rule, and it is a total game changer for digital or heavy reading exams. Every 20 minutes, force yourself to look at something about 20 feet away for exactly 20 seconds. This incredibly simple protocol deliberately relaxes your eye muscles and completely prevents that mid-test blurriness. But more importantly, it gives your brain a much-needed micro break to totally reset its focus. It's exactly like hitting the refresh button on your web browser, but for your mind. Hydration is another major factor, but you have to be strategic about it. You need to stay hydrated with small, measured sips every 30 to 45 minutes. Notice I emphasized small sips. We want to avoid taking huge gulps so we don't trigger distracting bathroom trips, which just burn up your precious time. So why does this matter quite so much? Well, research shows that dehydration can cause your cognitive performance to plummet by up to 15%. Just really think about that for a second. You could literally be erasing a huge chunk of your brain power and lowering your potential grade just because you forgot to take a sip of water. Keep that bottle close and use it strategically. Finally, let's tackle Section 4, overcoming sudden exam stress. Because let's face it, no matter how prepared you are, you will inevitably encounter some panic-inducing moments. When you're under pressure, tension secretly accumulates in your trapezius muscles and your jaw. You usually won't even realize you're doing it until you suddenly have a massive tension headache. To combat this, do a quick, conscious mental body scan every 15 minutes. Take one literal second to just intentionally drop your shoulders away from your ears, unclench your jaw, and relax that absolute death grip you have on your pen or your mouse. Releasing that physical tension instantly signals to your brain that you are safe and back in control. Now, when a really tough question completely overwhelms you, whatever you do, don't just stare at it and panic. Use the flagging feature on your screen or just circle it on the paper and step away. Actually physically lean back in your chair for 10 full seconds to do a mental reset. Then move right along to the next question. Doing this deliberately breaks the stress loop and prevents that negative momentum from cascading into the rest of the test. If your anxiety truly spikes and you feel a panic coming on, you need a biological override. You have to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. This is your body's built-in rest and digest network. Triggering it immediately and forcefully lowers your heart rate, basically stopping panic right in its tracks. And how exactly do we activate it? With 3 deep breaths using the 4-4-6 method. Let's actually slow things down here for a second. If you hit a total wall of anxiety, just pause. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Hold that breath right there for a count of 4. And slowly exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. Doing this 3 times gives your entire body a total biological reset, lowering your heart rate so you can actually think clearly again. The ultimate takeaway from this explainer is a question you absolutely must ask yourself before you sit down for your next exam. You might have spent countless hours memorizing all the right answers, but is your physical protocol actually ready for the test?